Hey guys, Jonathan here at Shadow Foam, and we're back in the workshop this week and we're looking at the big red toolbox again. We're going to be doing another draw, but this time it's going to be all of these Bondus T-handle Allen keys and also the Weir Allen key sets as well. So we've got here a full set of metric Bondus T-handles and then a set of AF or Imperial Bondus Allen keys. Then we've got a Torque set and we've got a stubby Torque set plus matching Imperial and metric Allen keys. So all we need to do is change it over to the new Shadow Foam grade, which is much more durable, it's a lot better, and it's cut and peel. And this time we'll be adding finger pulls to it, so it should look really good. Let's get that out the drawer and let's get to it. I'm actually really happy with this drawer because there was a little bit of extra thought. Maybe from a first glance it just looks like two sets of T-handles, but in reality it's two sets of T-handles plus one extra T-handle, because these are Bondus Allen keys. These are long reach Bondus Allen keys and they're amazing. But the yellow standard AF Imperial ones, these ones, they come in a set of 10, and the metric ones, which are the red ones, come in a set of 8. So when I was doing the layout for this drawer about 7 or 8 years ago, when I actually did this first, it didn't look very good because with the metric being like 2 down, I ended up with a weird gap. So I actually ended up buying an extra one. So we have two 6mm in this drawer to make sure that the layout looks as good as it possibly can. And then at this side of the drawer, we've got, these are made by Weir, and these are just standard sets of Allen keys. But the difference was, the reason why I chose Weir is because they use the same colour referencing, they use the same colour coding. So it's yellow for standard Imperial, and it's red for metric, and then it's green for the Torques. So it's a great little setup this. It's all the Allen keys you'd ever need, pretty much, other than obviously Allen keys you have in a socket set. And they look really good in the liner. So all we're going to be doing now is cutting them all into the new foam, which is the cut and peel type. We're going to use orange again, because I think that colour works really well with these colours. But the only thing we'll be doing differently is cutting in a really cool finger pull across here, and we'll be cutting some circles in as well to get these out a little bit easier. But before we do that, if you're enjoying this video and you want to see all the other toolbox drawers we've cut in the big red box, or some other amazing toolbox organisation videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. And with that being said, let's get into cutting. Right, so we've done the first row of T-handles, and they are a little bit tricky because the problem is if you don't get them perfectly square, it's quite obvious and it becomes, it looks rough and ready, and we don't want that. We want it to look immaculate. So what you'll notice with cheaper sets of T-handles, the handles are moulded and sometimes they're not actually square to the blade. So it's always important to square the blades or the shafts of the T-handles rather than the handles, because the long straight lines are going to be the thing that looks obviously wonky. So all I've been doing is measuring off the edge of the sheet of foam all the way along, and that way I know they're all perfectly square and we've got even gaps between them. Now they are pretty close because we've only just managed to squeeze them all in. So we can move on to the metric Allen keys now, and essentially all we've been doing is cutting around the profile with the scalpel that comes in our cutting kits. So when you order foam from shadowfoam.com, we've got loads of different offers on there, and you'll see that we have these cutting kits that come with anti-cut gloves that I'm wearing. It comes with the scalpel, it comes with the repair glue for if you make a mistake, and it comes with instructions and stickers. So that's everything you need to cut the foam. And all you do is you place the item where you want it to go, you cut around it with the scalpel, and then you peel back the foam. You just dig your finger down the end and peel back the foam to then create the dedicated locations for all the items. If you want to see more on exactly how to cut shadow foam and how it works, go back through our videos. We've done hundreds of videos on all different things, organising tools and drones and camera equipment and power tool walls and anything you can name, we have put it in foam, and it's all on our channel. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you check back through our videos because there's probably something on there you're going to love. Let's get on to cutting the next items, which are all of these metric Bondus T-handles. Right, so we've cut all the T-handles. Next thing to do, before we move on to the sets of Allen keys, we're gonna put in the finger pull run, and I'll show you how to do that. So all you've got to do is get all of these. You can see they're a bit tricky to get out without a finger pull. So it definitely needs a finger pull. And it also looks really good because it will give a little flash of orange through the layout, which definitely adds to it. We'll take all these out. And then all we're going to use is a long straight edge. And we're going to be going from the center of this gap to the center of this gap, and then we'll be putting this on an angle. So I will be measuring this. So from the top of this T to the bottom of this T is 16. We'll just use one of these T's to mark it. So we're going from the center of there to the center of there, which is good. But now we want to do it a ruler's width. That's it, smashing. Right, so we're going to cut all the way along the bottom. So we're starting over at the far left, well, from my far left. We're going to start over on one side, and we're just going to cut across all of them in a straight line. And then we're going to put the ruler on top. And that's how we're going to cut the top row, a ruler's width. Now the ruler's width is 25 mil, so we're also going to cut a half round, a semicircle, and we've got one of our stencils here out of our stencil kit. Now these are available on the website, and they just make it easy to finish off little details like this. We want to be cutting a half round on the end of here, and the same on the other side. And we're just lifting up the little pieces, and you can see they pull out quite easily. You just have to, some of these longer pieces, you just track along with your finger underneath. And once we've done that, that's all come out now, but you can see it's a little bit rough and ready. So to smooth it out, we're going to use one of our foam smoothing spinners. These again available on shadowfoam.com, and they make it dead easy to just run along. All you do is you just put one of these little 1/4 inch bits in the driver, and we just run it all along here, and it makes light work of smoothing this out. Right, so that's all done, and I'm really happy with where we're up to so far. That is looking great. Time to put all of these Bondus Allen keys back in, if I can remember the order, and then we can move on to the last few bits. Right then, so they're all in, and that does look really good. I think it does, it certainly helps for the ease of use when you've got a finger pull, but it also looks really clean, I think, having that finger pull there. So that's done, happy with that. So next thing is we need to just cut in these last few Allen key sets, and then for these we'll be doing finger pulls, but just a semicircle, and then we're all done. So yeah, let's get going. So that's the 3 sets of Allen keys cut in, and at this point I'm just pausing a little second because I'd like to add a logo, a Shadow Foam shield logo somewhere, because it's a really nice detail. We've got a little bit of space left, so we've cut our Shadow Foam shield in a couple of different sizes, but I do think this biggest size here is going to be perfect. And you can see the Shadow Foam logo behind me. Cutting logos into these foam inserts is a really nice way to add a bit of detail. It brings the colour through and it looks fantastic. So we're going to be adding that logo about there, and that's dead simple to do. We'll show you how to do that, which means now I can figure out where this set of Allen keys is going, and also where our semicircles are going for our finger pulls. So we know we're going to add a finger pull over here, so we'll do the ones that we know. Right, so when it comes to finger pulls, it's dead simple. We're just using our stencil template again. We're just using a semicircle. We're finding a nice convenient spot where it's going to be easy to grab the tool, and then we're just using the circle, overlapping it, and then cutting a semicircle. And then you just use the same technique to peel it out. You can see here, there's a couple of ways to make it easier. You can use the scalpel on the side just to make sure it makes it easier at peeling at the exact same depth, or you can use one of the smoothing spinners just to help make sure that it tears on the exact same depth. Right, so everything's done. We're just onto the logo now, and we've printed out a simplified template of our logo, and we're just going to use the same technique as cutting around items. This is actually a little bit easier because it's not a 3D shape, it's flat, but we will just use a little bit of tape. Doesn't need much really, this is just to stop it moving. We're going to start with the detail in the middle rather than the outside cut. So we're just going to literally use the same scalpel and just cut lightly along the lines. Being as accurate as you can. The more accurate you are, the better the logo is going to look. Right, we've cut all the way around the letters. Now what we're going to do is cut around the outside of the shield. When you've done that, we can take all the paper away. We can peel all of that off. Now what we need to do is go back with our scalpel and make sure that we've cut down deep enough. We want to make sure we're through that black layer all the way around and that we've met up on the corners. We don't want to be tearing at the surface layer of the foam. So we just go all the way around, making sure we've gone all the way through the black layer, and the same with the letters. We want to make sure we've gone through all the way through the black layer, and on top of that, make sure that we've met up on the corners. Brilliant, so that's all done. And now we are going to be peeling out the part of the logo that isn't the SF, and we're going to be leaving the SF in place. So same technique as before, we're just pulling at the foam, following it along with our finger and peeling it back, and we're just taking away a nice shallow layer, just as black surface layer really, all the way around. And that's it, simple as that. We've got a cool looking shadow foam shield in there. Right, so that's all the cutting finished, and I'm really happy with that. So show it to the camera. We've got the SF detail now, which is a nice little cheeky upgrade from how it was originally. We've got all the same Allen keys in there, but now we've got this finger pull. We've got finger pulls on all the Allen key sets, and we've got a logo. So I'm really happy with that. Let's chuck it in the toolbox. Right, smashing. So that's another drawer done. We've got a few drawers left in this. Let us know what would you like to see in this roll cab. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. The bottom of these tool inserts we've cut are really smooth. We used our smoothing spinners to get these so good. So if you don't know what they are, or you'd like to know more about how to get such a smooth finish, go and check this video out. This is a video we did recently showing you the 3 best ways to smooth out the bottom of your cuts. And yeah, hopefully we'll do a video, I think, on how to do logos too, because I love how good that looks. And we don't do, I don't think, enough logos in foam. So if you'd like to see a video all about cutting logos in foam, also let us know in the comments and like the video so we know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you like that video, why not check out some of our others? We've got new videos coming out every week. And Colin Furs, what's the quickest way for people to see these videos?
Subscribe.